105, One to Bounce, Detroit Stowback, Fit Poppin' R&B. It's your boy Showtime, Czar. I'm here with one of the dopest DJs in the city, male or female, man. I'm talking about the one and only DJ Killa Squid. What up, though?
What up, though? Thank you so much for having me.
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you for coming. I was so happy when you replied to my email. I'm like, oh, she said yes. I'm hyped.
Of course, I appreciate it. It's my first time ever doing a radio interview ever.
I'm glad I'm your first one, man.
The first one.
Yeah, so
I'm
yeah.
honored, though. Thank you.
First, gotta ask about your name, man. Killa Squid. Where'd that come from?
Rocket Power. One of my friends back
That's
in the
hard.
day, I was like the new friend in the friend group, and he was just calling me Squid. I hated it actually at first. And then one of my friends was like, you just need to just run with it. And ever since then, I just been running with it. Now I'd rather everybody call me Squid than.
Really?
Yeah, I swear.
That's hard.
So,
I ain't never heard nobody use that's interesting,
yeah,
man.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Squid was a really cool person on Rocket Power. So yeah, if you haven't watched Rocket Power, please watch it. It's one of my favorites. So
How long you been DJing?
10 years probably.
10 years?
Probably.
What got you into it?
Honestly, I went to A3C. I saw Bash DJ, and I had a good friend, Stacy J, and she was already DJing. But I saw Bash, and I'm like, I'm friends with all these rappers and singers. And I'm like, I love music, but I'm not doing neither one of those things. So
Right.
I was like, what's the next best thing you can do in this DJing? So I went to Atlanta, A3C, saw her DJ, came back home, and I was like, I gotta learn. And so Stacy J taught me, and my dad, which is Spud, get with Spud. He does a lot of commercials and stuff, so he also helped me, taught me on vinyl, and Stacy J taught me in her basement. And ever since then, I just was like, let me do it.
So your first DJ influence was a female DJ?
It was a female DJ, yeah, 100%.
That's dope. Why do you think, well, let me ask you this first. Do you think female DJs are starting to get the recognition they deserve, not just in the city, but as a whole in the hip-hop culture? I'm seeing more and more female DJs, man, and I love it.
See, Doechie's DJ,
yes.
Miss Milan. Yeah, I think right now is, a really great thing to be a part of that whole culture, but it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And I still think to this day we still fight for, respect from everybody. But I think right now, this is the most I've seen, women get love as DJs.
What do you think the shift was? The more female artists, or just y'all just really...
Yeah, I think it started with the rappers, Glorilla, Lotto. I think it started with them for the most part. But, DJ's been around for forever. You're the reason why a lot of this stuff happens and records get broken and things like that. And radio, too, regardless. But I think because it's been so many, female artists that have been coming out that are really fire, I think now they are also highlighting their DJs, and that kind of helps us get a little bit more recognition. So,
what artists do you like right now, female-wise?
Doechii.
Doechii
is my favorite right now.
How come? What was it about Doechii?
Doechii's energy. I think she's one of the best performancers right now. Her music, she can rap, she can sing, she actually composes music. She started in her bedroom, her story,
I know that.
Her testimony is insane. If you've never heard of Doechii, or you may have seen her because the Grammys, she won a Grammy off a mixtape. Mm-hmm. Who's doing that? So
right.
I think right now she is my number one.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's fire. You just recently were in Ghana.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that experience?
Ghana was a life-changing thing. I got to see the great parts. I got to see the unfortunate parts. Mm-hmm. I think everybody needs to go once in their life. I won't go back until I have the resources that I want to be able to help, but it will literally change your life. The things that we complain about, I just could never complain anymore because it's different over there. And don't get me wrong, it's some great places in Ghana, but we visited the slave river, the slave castle. I saw some really life-changing things that changed my perspective on life. So,
what made you want to go to Ghana?
My dad, it was his 50th birthday.
Okay.
And at first I was like, oh, man. Because, you see stuff on TV and stuff, and it's just I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Right.
But I'm glad I went. We went out and stuff. We saw, I got to see the best of both worlds. So if you ever go, go and do the excursions, the slave stuff, so you can really know your history. You can see the background of everything. So.
How long were you out there?
About a week.
About a week? Okay.
You need to stay there for about a week.
Yeah, to really soak it in.
It's a 13-hour flight. But we went from Amsterdam to Ghana. So, it was less, but I think the flight home was 13 hours.
Okay. What part of the city are you from?
I am from the west side. I grew up on Grand. I was bounced back and forth, though, from, Southfield, Oak Park, Detroit.
Okay.
Because my mom was a single mother. So... everybody be talking about your grandma's house, you ain't from Detroit. Yeah, I think you are, because, like, I had no choice. Like, I was raised by my mom and my grandmothers. I have nothing but women in my family. So now I have a stepdad, but that I consider my real dad. But yeah, like West Side, Southfield, Oak Park. I claim all three.
Okay. It is what it is, man. I see you do a lot of things around the city. I see you work with the Pistons. I've seen you work with, like, Big Sean. I've seen you just recently. You was doing when the Millennium Tour was here, right? You was DJing for Bow Wow. Is that what that was?
Yeah.
You do a lot, man. But I've also, like, you go crazy with it. What was one of the most, like, what was the funnest thing that you've DJed so far? Like, out of all of those, like Pistons and all that good stuff.
I love them all for different reasons. I think the most monumental thing I've done here is work with Cartier.
Got you.
For Cartier. And that was like a once-in-a-lifetime thing I think that I was able to do. Bow Wow was really fire because I got to drop a song that he never did before.
Oh, really?
It's a new song that he's dropping, I think, like next week with Chris Brown. He FaceTimed Chris Brown while we were there, actually, on stage. And that was fire, too. The Pistons is always doing my first halftime show by myself, and I did it during the pandemic, was insane. I did it for Pride. So I can't pick just one. It's just, because they're all special for different reasons, like from my childhood to like now of like, I think like 5-year-old Squid would be proud, So everything is just super important to me. I'm grateful, whether it's local, whether it's a big company coming here or a corporate company that I'm working with, like, I appreciate all of them, so.
That's what's up. Your first time DJing, were you nervous?
Yes. I actually got thrown in a 7-hour party to DJ by myself.
7 hours?
It was a 7-hour house party. Thank you to Stacey J, because, like, that kind of, like, showed me. It's kind of like when your parents throw you in 13 feet. You don't know how to swim, but you kind of have to, like, break your fear. And that, like, it changed my life, honestly. So now I'm here. So, yeah, I was scared.
What did you you was running songs back for 7 hours, or like how did that go?
I was just I've been downloading. I was a LimeWire kid. I was a Bebo kid.
Right.
I was like MySpace kid, Crush Spot. So I've had music all my life. Like I've always had. I was making mixtapes and stuff as a kid, so I already had a lot of music. It didn't take much to find new music because I already was downloading stuff anyway. So I already had it. Luckily, I guess it was kind of already written.
So for the ladies that want to inspire to be like Killa Squid and want to become a DJ, because you produce music too or just DJ?
So I do a little bit. I did a song with High Tech. I don't know if you know about them, but they're like the new faces of like ghetto tech here. They're younger.
Okay.
But I did a song with them. It kind of got a couple of placements. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm just kind of getting into the producer bag.
That's what's up. Yeah. For the ladies that want to follow in your footsteps and want to step into this DJ bag, what are some advice that you would give them? Because, like I said, the female DJing is growing and growing. I love to see that. Sure. What is something that you would get what's some advice you would give those ladies? Number
1 is be yourself. Please never, and this is for anybody, do not get into anything just for the money, because it takes a very long time to make money off of this. It really does. Like I kind of had to get laid off to like really step into my purpose with this, and still like it's not an easy thing to do, to just drop everything and this is your bread and butter.
Right.
So I would say 100% be yourself. Do it because you're passionate about it. Learn. Don't come in here being cocky. Like really learn. I'm still learning, and I've been doing this for 10 years.
Continue to be a student. Yeah.
Please make sure you're just always a student first. Don't think you know everything, because it's always something new to learn. And yeah, I think be yourself, network, meet people, support other women DJs. Like, that's what I'm big on. Like, I think my purpose is bigger than just playing music. I think it's to connect dots and just kind of like make it a better space and a safe space for women, honestly.
All right, I ain't gonna hold you too much long. I got 2 more questions I want to ask you real quick.
Ahead.
So now, just taking it out of just female DJs, for the DJs in general, what's something that people should know? Because I think people think when you DJing, you just getting up there, you just playing music.
No,
wrong.
Not at all.
Wrong. Absolutely. Well, I DJ a little bit, but I know that ain't it.
Yeah, it's not.
Talk to the people who want to get into this DJ space, and then like, what's something that you had to learn that nobody told you about?
Crowd control.
Okay, what is that
Crowd control
exactly?
is paying attention to the crowd. I know a lot of people like, man, I want a DJ so I can play what I want. Now,
And that's a mistake.
that's a mistake, but it's not. It's two things can be true. You can go and do things that is specifically for you, and you have a crowd that comes to that. That's 100% fine. But if you're someone that wants to get into corporate, if you're somebody that wants to just get into being a club DJ or whatever, like something that's bigger than you, you have to crowd control. I'm big on technique too, but I think you can learn that. I think having an ear for it is one of those things that is just a gift rather than a skill. Like you can learn, like just like riding a bike, you can learn how to ride a bike. You can learn how to DJ, but do you have the ear for it?
Right.
Do you know what songs sound good together? You know what I mean? Like, do you know how to think out the box and be creative with it? So I think that's the biggest thing for me is just crowd control, knowing when to switch stuff up, and paying attention, because a lot of people just will go up there and they won't care. And that's good for you.
I've seen
but
that.
It's like you're not going to go further than just...
Or you're going to get booed.
You're going to get booed, or they're going to talk about you, and it's just like, why I want that? You know?
Right.
Like, you should care about... I don't care how big the crowd is, how small the crowd is, I play for them. You know? Like, because you never know who's watching.
Right.
And so at the end of the day, like, you need to play every show like your last show.
Dope. All right, last thing, and I'm going to let you go. What is on the docket for Killa Squid? What do you have coming up next that people should be on the lookout for?
Coming up next, my birthday party.
Okay.
We're going to be at Big Pink, 10 to 2.
When your birthday?
April 4th.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn, you coming up real soon.
Yeah, I'm coming up. So,
yeah, Aries, hell.
That's like the main big thing. I got Lesbian Social that I'm doing. It's the block party. I think it's like June, something like beginning of June, something like that. Other than that, I just don't know.
Lesbian block party, what is that?
It's literally, it's like at the Skip. It's, so you know where Deluxe Flex is?
Okay,
that alley?
Yeah.
That whole alleyway, that's what they do.
They just started?
No, they've been doing this for years, and it's free. It's always...
Wow.
So,
okay.
Those are the only things that I know for sure that I can talk about that are like playing. Other than that, like, it kind of just comes, like,
right.
You know, people hit you up, you just don't know. You never know. So,
okay.
Other than that, like, Busy Detroit, you're going to get videos from me with Busy Detroit every single month.
Now tell people about that real quick too. Busy Detroit.
Busy Detroit is just pretty much a guide to Detroit. They will post good food, good venues, good places, just the culture of Detroit that a lot of people don't know about. Like, if you never been to Detroit and you like, and your cousin is like, yo, what can I do? I send them like the page. So Busy Detroit is a great. That's
something you started, or it's a partnership?
No, it's a partnership.
Okay.
But they've been around way before me.
Right.
They've been around way before me, and they're great people. They post great content. I'm just thankful to be able to work with them. I just started like last month.
Super dope. I'm so glad that you came in here, DJ Killa Squid. Appreciate you for stopping in, talking with us, talking with me. Thank you. And we appreciate you. You're going to definitely come back, because this is
please.
Yeah, you got so much going on. I like seeing you work, and I'm proud of everything that you've been doing. So
thank you.
Yeah, keep doing your thing. It's 105 when about Showtime to Czar. Peace.